All right, so now we're gonna go on our back for eagle pose on our back with the legs. So come onto your back and take your arms could go wide or hands behind the head, whatever works for you. You take your legs, straddle, and then crisscross them, and then go back and forth a few times. Just crisscross and straddle. I'm switching which leg's in front, so you're kind of drawing a circle with your feet. Now we're gonna add a knee bend to it, and the circle's a little bit, still having a circle drawn. I'm gonna do it slow. Just giving the hips a little bit of a warm up. They're going through internal and external rotation as they are abducting and adducting. Abducting is when the legs go apart. Adducting is when they come towards each other. Okay, pause, give yourself a little break. We're gonna use that same windmill of the legs to come into eagle legs. So maybe just watch one time. Now at this point, if I didn't get the cross, no big deal. You can try bending the top leg, and this bottom foot everts. So watch that. Everting is when you turn your toes outward versus turning them inward. So you make the outer ankle short. So if it doesn't happen and you bend the knee and it misses, see if you can evert this foot. And actually what happens, if you want to get this foot behind that calf, the top leg internally rotates. Now, while you do that, if you hike your left hip up, so you laterally tilt your left pelvis, this leg will get back there a lot easier. So let me change the camera angle, because this is really the key point that I want to share with you today, is that if we combine internal rotation with that hip hike that we did yesterday, which is lateral flexion. So actually, let's just do that for a second. Take your feet to the left and hike your left hip up towards your left shoulder. So you're laterally tilted in the pelvis, laterally flexed in the spine. Your left waistline is short. Okay, that's one of the things that we need to be able to do, is laterally tilt the pelvis to make sure that we can grab that foot, or make it more accessible at least. Then walk pelvis and feet over to the right, laterally tilt the right. Now this is an extreme exaggeration of what we're gonna do in eagle pose, but this requires a lot less effort than what we need to do to get an eagle, because right now your feet and legs are going along for the ride, and they're making it easy on your obliques and your hips to be able to attain this laterally flexed position in the spine, laterally tilted in the pelvis. So come back to center. You're gonna take your other leg around top, and now place your right foot on the ground. Even if you can cross, just take your right foot on the ground and hike your left hip up and even rotate it. So hike left hip towards your left armpit, and like you're coming to bridge pose, you can rotate your pelvis like you're doing a twist, so that if I rotate the pelvis this way, the foot goes up, rotate the pelvis to my right, and the foot goes down. Now you can lift the right foot again and see if you can get the double bound. Okay, so at the wall might even be easier, because pelvis isn't caught on the ground. So your right hand goes to the wall. Right foot is gonna be your balancing foot. You're gonna hike your left hip up. So this is the pelvic movements that we did last class. Left hip up, and then rotate the pelvis so it faces the wall. Let's just do that. Up, hike, so that's lateral tilt. Rotate the pelvis and spin first your left thigh bone externally as you bend the knee, and then once the knee is bent, internally rotate the left thigh as you hike your hip up a little more, and that might make it more accessible to wrap the foot around the leg. Say that again. You can go like this. Try this. This will make everything simplified. Just go. We'll do it without all the terms and all the steps. Just go left butt up as you turn the leg, exaggerate it as you go around. Okay, then you come back to center. Foot is wrapped around. Sit lower, it's easier on the knees. this case, my left leg is on top, left arm will go underneath. Garudasana, eagle pose.